Do not jump chapters. This open source book will enable you to stop using pornography immediately, painlessly, and permanently without willpower or any sense of deprivation or sacrifice. It won't place any judgment, embarrassment, or pressure to undergo painful measures. In fact, there is absolutely no need to cut down or reduce your usage whilst reading. Doing so is actually detrimental. You might be apprehensive about the very thought, or one of the millions actively attempting to quit. If so, perhaps what you have already read goes against everything you have ever been told. But ask yourself if what you have been told has worked. If it had, you wouldn't be reading this book at all. Perhaps you identify with the following questions. Do you spend far more time viewing porn than your original intent? Are you unsuccessful in efforts to stop or limit your consumption of pornography? Has time viewing pornography interfered with or taken precedence over personal or professional commitments, hobbies, or goals in your life? Do you go out of your way to keep pornography consumption secret? Example: deleting browser history, lying about viewing porn. Has viewing pornography caused significant problems in achieving your dreams and goals? Do you experience a cycle of arousal and enjoyment before and during pornography consumption, followed by feelings of shame, guilt, and remorse after? Do you spend significant time thinking about pornography even when not watching it? Has viewing pornography caused any other negative consequences in your personal or professional life? Example: missed study, poor performance, neglected goals, financial problems. If you are a porn user that depends on it for masturbation or sex at all, and for any reason, all you need to do is read on about the book. This book is a rewritten version of a rewrite of Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking Pornography. It's a free and open source and licensed under CC BY-SA. Its success rate rests on the foundation that you make. Do not jump chapters. When you are opening a combination lock, you have to enter the numbers in the right order. Addiction isn't any different. Personally, the original version that wasn't written by me was used to quit porn, but my mind, being Victor, could not understand some writings, hence I rejected it. Now I am writing so that I can quit porn, and right now I am on day one. If you are anything like most people, you have discovered porn when relatively young and haven't used it ever since, until stumbling across the overwhelming yet somewhat censored literature warnings of the dangers. Like myself, you have probably succeeded with streaks of various lengths, but have always succumbed to illusory urges. I'm pleased to report this method works entirely differently and has been the only method that has worked. Or perhaps you have been linked to this book by a concerned party and are skeptical. First, thank you for at least looking at it. This will be expanded upon shortly, but please briefly recall the first time you have looked at pornography. Did you expect that you had returned to wait for the rest of your life? According to my own informal studies on the matter, pestering friends to read this book, EasyPeasy is quite as effective for a casual phone user as it is for the heavily addicted. It is not terribly long with high chance of large gains. I beg you to read the method described in this hackbook is instantaneous, equally as effective for the heavy and casual user alike, causes no behavioral pangs, needs no willpower, requires no short treatment, aids, or gimmicks, won't cause you to replace this addiction with other addictions such as overeating, smoking, or drinking. Permanent. You might find this impossible to believe, but this sentiment is echoed by many people. This is a seminal work on porn addiction. Some guy on Reddit. I was addicted for 10 years. Those 10 years, I was crippled with depression, doubt, anxiety, and fear of my secret getting out. After every session, I hated myself, and after every porn date, I was back in the down the water slide in no time. However, this book helped me stop, and I was always on the defensive against porn in the past. Now, after reading this book twice, I'm on the offensive. Porn has no control over me and feels like a sad joke now. Year slash deep mute. A few days ago, I turned 20 years old. For the first time in a very long time, I spent my birthday free from porn trap, and it is all thanks to this book that I haphazardly stumbled upon only a few months ago. Before that, I had spent so much time trying to quit through traditional means, and I experienced so much inner turmoil and labeled myself permanently as an addict. This book solved all that for me. Where I previously feared I had no control over myself, even when I'd unknowingly already beaten the little monster, I can now find pride in realizing I don't need to be an addict anymore. I don't have any reason for posting this. I just feel I needed to put this down somewhere other than inside my head because it means so much to me. If you're reading this and are thinking about reading or recommending the book, take it from me that it works better than any other method out there. My biggest tip is to take notes, which sounds funny but really helps me solidify certain ideas. Use slash suspicious underscore web underscore 4594 based and on comma slash read slash